All right, we have a quorum, Channel 79, we have a quorum, so we're going to start momentarily. All right, we are the Town of Darien Advisory Committee on Sustainability. It's not a special meeting, even though it says it on the agenda. It is a regular meeting on March 13th.
Did you file the schedule for 12:30 starts?
I did,
Okay,
yeah.
then it's not, you're right.
March 13th, 2019, at a little after 12:30. We're calling it to order. Did we approve the February minutes at the special meeting?
I don't think so.
I don't think
You
we
don't think
did.
so? Okay, so let's approve this February minutes. And then I don't have minutes from the special meeting.
Did I
Eric?
not send them out that day?
You did not.
I did not?
You did not. I usually save everything
Okay.
in my little folder, and I go through the last month
My
worth of
apologies.
correspondence. And not here. So we'll do February 13th.
Let's see.
Any comments?
They look good to me.
They look good to me.
So that sounded like a first and a
Motion.
second. Any further
They look good to
discussion?
Carol and they look good to everyone.
All those in favor, or in-house editor? All right, the February 13th are approved. You will forward the
Yes.
special meeting ones to us, and we'll handle that next time. Maybe get them as a draft to Donna for now. Recycling, 2A, food scrap recycling. We've kind of just been in a holding pattern on that, waiting for
Yeah.
nicer weather. But how
Well,
are the numbers? Have we gotten the numbers recently?
okay, yes, we have. We've diverted a total of 12.75 tons since the program started in October.
Okay,
Though I do have a question, there's one pickup that's a bit of an outlier. On February 28th, the statistic that we have is that they picked up almost 1.5 tons.
wow,
Which,
doesn't sound right,
Doesn't sound
unless they
right.
missed a week.
no, they didn't. They picked up 2/3 of a ton the week before. They haven't
okay.
missed a week. I don't know. I can't explain it because it's not like that many more bins of
Yeah.
food either. It was like around the same number of bins unless, you know.
Was there like a long power outage?
I
and
was
everybody
gonna
could
say
come
that,
home
yeah.
from school vacation and throw everything out?
I was gonna say
Might
maybe
be.
a whole bunch of people decided to clean out their freezers and they had like heavy roasts and things like that, but, you know, I don't know.
So it was an anomaly, but,
Yeah, so.
I mean, it would be great to be at 1.5 tons a week. That would be a huge
So,
success,
the
but,
week before, we had, like I said, 2/3 of a
2/3.
ton, and we went back to we've been collecting about 2/3 of a ton a week,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden, we get 1.5 tons, so, I don't know.
so, and our plan for accelerating this program, right? We want certainly, have we ordered more
We're in the
kits?
process.
Okay.
We have we've received the quotes, and Ed has forwarded to the finance department the quotes for both the 2-gallon and the 6-gallon buckets. I believe that the purchase order for the 2-gallon buckets went through or is in the process of going through. The 6-gallon buckets, they're still waiting. They come from the UK, so they're expected to get them on the 18th of this month. They tell me-
March?
Of March. They tell me that it takes another 4 to 5 days to, turn around, and then they can send them out right away. So I emailed him today, just telling him that.
When do we start our sticker sales?
Officially or unofficially?
Yes.
Okay. Usually we get them the second week of April.
Okay,
We make the announcement for the first week of May
okay.
for them to come in. Usually what happens, I'll have them and our computer will be updated, but we just don't have seasonal help until that first week of May. So instead of the lines being out the door and us not being able to
Okay.
keep up, I don't usually bring people in until,
So you like to advertise for the first week of May. So if
First
we
week of
were,
May.
if we were helping people purchase their stickers, handing out new what's in, what's out recycling flyers. I don't have the back page on this one, it has a back page. Or we're getting the back page.
We're getting it, yeah.
Handing out new what's in, what's out flyers and offering people food scrap kits. We would want to have all that aligned for May 1 effectively.
Correct.
And you'll tell us when you'll have interns sitting at the desk, and we'll actually use that date for when
That's-
you're going to have interns sitting at the desk.
That would be the best time.
Okay.
That April date is you want to call it a soft opening. It's, people come for their Parks and
Yeah.
Rec sticker.
Right,
And
so
some
then
of
they
the
come
older
up.
folks will walk up, hey, do you have them? And
Yeah.
I try not to turn them away
Try not to say no.
until April, and then I'll sell them to them, but the girls can handle that level of
Yep.
sales.
When people get their renewals in the mail, can we also put like a little line in there about, you
Yeah,
know,
that
the
would be
food
great.
scrap
Can we
kits are
approve the copy
available
on
for
that?
sale here, or?
Is it already approved?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Usually I get it right about
Now?
now.
Yeah, I would love to say,
Just a
stop
one-line.
down, you can pick up a kit, whatever, we'll get
Right.
it, we'd just like to look at it and see if
Of
there's.
course, once the weather gets.
Maybe
nice-
two lines. One, there's a new,
Program.
there's a new single stream list, check the website, here's the website, or come pick up a copy at DPW. And then two, we're offering food scrap recycling now, if you want a kit, come into DPW, or whatever it is. So we want to get two thoughts on that postcard that goes out.
You want to add?
Yes,
Okay.
But to try to take the burden off your office, once the weather gets nicer, we'll be back at the recycling center, right, Christine? On Saturdays, maybe we'll vary the time, stagger it to get different populations.
okay.
Good times.
Yeah, good
Another
time.
few, I think we got to do another few Saturdays,
Nice.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to entertain doing it here again, or if that, I don't know. I don't know if
You
that
mean
helps.
down in the lobby?
Well, not even. I mean, most of the lines that we get coming up for the RDA stickers are up here. They-
Oh, yeah,
Well, if
sure.
you're, are you willing to allow the interns to sell the kits out of DPW?
Though it's a tough time of the year, I don't know what type of volume I'm gonna
Yeah.
get for the kits,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
my first and foremost responsibility is to make sure I get those RDA stickers, they're sold properly, logged in, and we
Yep.
track the proper vehicles, because that's the most important thing to me.
Yep.
Making sure the right people come in.
Yeah.
Though the kits would be nice to be able to sell them at the same time, I just don't know if that's feasible or not, so.
So
I
you're
was-
asking, like, could we set up in the hallway or something and just be there if people are interested?
I don't think that would hurt.
Okay.
Generally speaking, if you've come up here, there's usually 4 or 5 people out the door. Though it
Okay.
moves
Yeah.
quickly,
Yeah.
they'll come all up around lunchtime and then it'll dissipate.
I was gonna say,
So-
maybe you can tell us like what times and what days are most trafficked, and then we can kind of target, rather than like being here from like, couple of hours.
But I mean,
here.
certainly, it's a huge opportunity for us to accelerate that program. They're all coming in, they're all thinking about the recycling center, they're all right here, we're changing money, it seems like a great time to just, it's our best time, I think, to really accelerate the program
Don't most
and
people
educate.
renew though through the?
Yeah, probably.
mail?
What percentage do you think do it online or by the mail?
12-13%.
Oh, that's all?
Oh, that's it? Okay, most
Oh,
people come
wow.
in. See, this is a
Okay.
huge target audience.
Okay,
They
so
like
How's
Well,
the
we'll talk
traffic
then.
right around, June
May.
30th they expire? How's the
Yeah.
traffic right around then? Because I wonder if
The
that's.
last 2 weeks of June is, we track it, we have a calendar, we track each
Okay.
day, and then we track each week. You see the uptick the second, third, and fourth week of June.
So
'Cause
June would be
people
like-
start to, and then the first week of July, because we give you a little bit of grace period, we don't shut the gate on you.
Yeah, but they say, hey, you gotta go get your sticker.
Yeah. John's very nice, he goes, you need to go get your sticker, they're open right now, he goes. yeah.
So we'll talk then about like when to maximize, like what
Sure.
hours and what days.
Is there a display of the kits and a sort of explanation in your office? Is there
Mhm.
any place for that? I mean, I haven't been in there to look to see that if.
Not at the
people-
counter right now.
If at the counter, people would see it somehow, whether it's a poster or the kits themselves.
When
or
they're
something.
standing at the counter, they can see the kit. There's a kit
Oh, there is.
in the office.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I'm talking
behind
about
them.
an actual, like it's meant.
This is
A
a,
flyer, like the
Food
flyer.
scrap
It's like,
recycling
it is
kit.
a poster or
Yeah.
a kit or a sample, or in my retail world, it would be a display. Your
Okay.
display with buy
Yeah.
this for $25, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just
And
wondering
here's the
if
three
there's a
pieces.
place
Yeah.
This is for food
where
scrap
it could be
recycling.
there, that just to, because we can't be there every day, but it might jog somebody's memory to ask about
Ask us
it.
about our kids.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
I would- I mean,
Something like that.
the
You
other-
have to
my
have a
other-
space to put it that's not in the way of where you work.
We don't have a space for the kit to be sitting out there.
Yeah.
I don't
But
really
you could
want
make
it
a
out there.
poster or something,
But there's
a
something we can
photo
put,
or-
a poster, we put something on the door. As you walk right in, we have the second door right there. We can always
Yeah,
put
like
something
with a
there
photograph of
temporarily.
the kid on it.
Absolutely.
Yes, maybe we could
Um,
create something and go up.
Or in the hallway,
With
right outside.
maybe some information on where they could be sold outside here in case
It would-
you
yeah,
don't have
I
time
mean, I'd be
now, or
happy to work
you want
with
to tell your
you.
friends
Creating
about it. I don't
some
know.
sort of-
I'm really crossing my fingers, though, that if the interns aren't particularly busy on a given day or a given week, that they could sell, they could help sell these things.
If I could schedule the people that come in to buy the kits, we'd be good, because between 2:30 and 3:30, there's generally nobody.
Yeah.
From 3:30 to 4:30, when people get out from school, they run over
Yeah.
with their
Okay.
kids. So it's
Yeah.
hit or miss, but my luck, it'll be a run on the RDA stickers and the kits at the same time.
Right.
And
And
that
have a
would just,
line.
that would just cause a.
And
backup.
truly, when the kits are sold, we want that 3 to 5 minute, you know,
Explanation.
tutorial,
Yeah.
like, you know, how they work and, you know,
Yeah.
what to do, you know, because that really does seem to make a difference in terms of, you know, contamination and.
Don't- The handle is really clasped, don't pick it up by the handle.
Right, right. We're going, on the new kits, I'm putting a little, like a little index card, I'm gonna, or not index, you know, a little piece of paper, basically just telling them that the kits are warranted for, against
Yeah.
manufacturer's defects until, you know, a year from when we get them. And, you know, when it's full, please pick it up by the two hands as opposed to the handle, so
Okay.
that should help.
Question, Ed. The Hazardous Materials Day,
First
it's
weekend in June.
right,
usually.
is there any opportunity that if any committee members or other people were so inclined to, at the check-in point, to set up a table and maybe sell buckets there?
You can. I will tell you that we've had a drop off of about 67%, 2/3, since we've put the paint recycling in. My numbers have gone down from 300 to like 100 residents of Darien that
Mhm.
come. So it's an opportunity, but I don't think it's as big as you think it is.
So I think we gotta focus on the 3,000 people that are gonna walk in
Yeah,
over the course of 2 months into DPW to get their dump stickers.
yeah,
Yep.
okay.
That's a huge target, so if it's gotta be volunteer hours or whatever.
The other thing.
It's not gonna rain, it's not gonna be cold.
Yeah, there's, I was at the Green Team
Don't
meeting the
even
other day, and Parks and Rec has a big event at Weed Beach. It's an annual event, and this year I think it's scheduled for June 1st. It's from like 2 to 6, I think she said. And she said we could put a table up there if we wanted to. She said it's very popular, you know, especially with young families. It would be in, you know,
And where is it?
it's at Weed Beach,
Okay.
so.
The Weed Beach function area, I mean, it's the park, the picnic or something that they have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
that's
is
what
the
it is.
Weed
She
Beach
said
Fair or
there's-
Just
whatever.
before school gets out.
Yes, that's what it is. And then, one thing we haven't talked about is, and we just need to, is, you know, Earth Day, we've been telling people that we're going to be having a compost giveaway for Earth Day. So we need to purchase a quantity
Oh,
of
okay.
compost, and we need to know where to put it, and then, you know, at the recycling
now how should we
center.
do the giveaway? Should it be people that have, do we have enough information on the people that have purchased kits to be able to contact them if we like use those as the?
We have names for most people. Different places do it different ways. Like in Scarsdale, they don't limit it to people who have kits because they feel that sometimes people who aren't participating, it might
Oh, yeah,
entice
yeah,
them
yeah.
to
Or
participate.
yeah, I'm just going down and putting.
Like
in.
it creates
So would
goodwill.
you, so what would you do? Like on a Saturday, anybody that drops off food scraps can get a lottery ticket for the compost giveaway, and then we draw one of those, and then they get the compost? Is that?
No,
Or how would-
what they do is, basically, I think they limit it by like a 5-gallon
Yeah.
Home Depot type bucket.
Yeah.
And anyone who wants to can come over and get.
Oh, just get it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
like a
mean,
giveaway? Like
yeah,
a
it's a
giveaway,
giveaway.
not a
Right.
contest giveaway?
I mean,
Yeah.
we would want to be there because
Yeah.
we would want to sort of monitor to make sure that people don't take like 10 buckets. And also, we would want to be there to sell our kits and or
So does it
explain the
get
program.
delivered like in a pile on a truck? Like-
Yeah.
And so theoretically, would we put that in the island
He's
up by the?
laughing. I'm like getting the vibe
Eh,
across the
no,
table.
So do you
It's like
do
one
you
more
dump that
thing.
load, on a Friday afternoon
Yeah.
up by the food scrap kits, and then we're populated there the next Saturday and say, oh, like, come, take your compost or whatever.
Yeah. Now, I think this year.
They could literally fill up their, whatever they brought to dump
Yeah.
their scraps, they could fill up with compost and take back with them.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing that I think is a little difficult this year is that, if I remember correctly, maybe Christine, you can verify this, but I believe that Earth Day falls within the school's spring break this year.
It does.
Does it? So we're gonna have,
Always.
we don't want people who are away to feel, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to offer
Well, it
maybe
doesn't have
2
to be, it
Saturdays.
doesn't have to be an Earth Day, it could be the
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 following
Saturday
that day,
after
yeah.
school break,
Okay, okay.
we're doing a giveaway.
Yeah, okay.
He's,
All right,
It's
only
okay.
one
It'll
Saturday.
be-
I'm gonna ask.
That'll be
where-
fine.
It'll be fine.
Where are you going, I mean.
Yeah, where are we gonna put
I
it?
think I think it's a wonderful idea, but
I think
from
there's
a
enough room in
practical
that grass
point of
island.
view, where, like, how big
On
a
the right.
pile and for what, and.
as you park.
Well, they buy a quantity. I mean,
How many yards? 20
I'm
yards,
gonna
40
check
yards?
with
10
like
yards.
some of our,
You don't need 20 yards. 10 yards.
communities who are doing
10-yard
it,
pile.
see
I
like
could try
what
it out in other
quantity do
places
they
in town. I have
typically
no problem
buy?
with that, so
It's usually
I'd like to see
gone
how
the
it
first
is
day.
with our own stuff.
It's
I mean,
usually
it's not that
gone.
I wanna.
Ed.
invest in, but-
Okay.
It's usually gone the first day. It doesn't stick around for like a couple of weeks or months.
I prefer not to put it on the grassed area too.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's put it on an asphalt surface I can clean up later.
Yeah,
Right
so
behind
is
the-
it-
right
are you gonna
behind
put
the
it
food scrap
by
bins?
As long as we
composter, or
don't
are you
block
gonna
their
put it
driveway
where
entrance?
you
Yeah,
drop off
there's
your
enough, yeah,
leaves
usually there's a
at
car,
Well,
two
that's-
parked
we
there.
have to
Sometimes I can
talk
back the
about-
truck up
Yeah,
too and
I'm
dump
just
it.
thinking where the
Yeah.
traffic
Loader if
is
I have to
and-
pick it up.
Yeah.
and
Those
dump it.
people
And
backing
teenage
in
boy you
and
can
out
hire
and-
for a Saturday to
From a
help
We
you
just
shovel.
like basically put it right there on the,
Good exercise.
put a tarp down or just put it
That's
right
I
on
Boy
the
mean,
way.
Scout
we
thing,
can
isn't it?
design it
I
any way.
do
you
not have a
want.
Boy
Okay.
Scout, unfortunately,
Well, yeah, that's,
anymore.
Sorry.
it's hard to see, there's a tree right in the way, but basically right there, right behind that curb line, right behind where the food scraps are.
Yeah, I don't know
Or
what goes
maybe,
in
or
there. I
maybe,
think
or
that's
maybe
the
right,
reci-
or maybe
the-
right here.
Yeah, you may want it over in this area.
Because I was thinking there's enough room in that island too.
Yeah.
And I mean-
You're gonna ruin it then, I don't have to
Yeah,
clean
yeah.
it all up.
Okay.
We can design it any way that we want, in the sense that, like you were saying, Craig, maybe someone who drops off their food scraps gets to then fill their bucket with compost, or
Or just anyone can take it, you're saying?
Well, why don't we
Yeah.
put it right in
I
front of
mean,
where the food
that
scraps go?
seems
Yeah,
to
well, that's what we're
be-
talking
Like
about.
those 3 parking
That's
spots.
what we're talking, well, we're
Yeah.
gonna put it, a little bit,
Behind.
because we don't wanna lose the parking spaces, so the parking spaces are, I just had it here.
Parking spaces are here,
Yeah,
compost
no, I
is
got, I
here.
had the map here, I just didn't.
So
get it.
what is do we get a load of, for free, or does it
No,
cost?
we have
No,
to
we have to pay
purchase
for
it.
it.
Okay, do we get a discount?
No, we have
Is
to purchase it.
Do you know how much it is per yard?
No, but I will find out
Okay.
all of that information.
Because
We're
I'm
gonna call
gonna
that
need
place to
to.
be visited.
So,
Why are we doing that?
here's the parking space.
Because it,
It completes the circle.
yeah.
Promotes the,
You're bringing food scraps down, they're taken to be composted,
Right.
here's the compost.
But it's not, is it actually
Thank
the
you.
same?
No,
place? But it isn't actually the same.
It's from the
Is it
composter?
the same
It
composter?
depends on
See,
where we purchase it. My understanding is that our material goes to Quantum.
Oh, okay, so it's
Quantum
turning.
does sell compost,
Yeah.
so we can purchase it there, or we can purchase it from wherever. The point is, it's part of the educational process to show people what comes from the food scraps being recycled.
That part I got, it's an education, but if we're buying it, it's not, I thought it's not like part of the agreement with.
No,
the
it is not part of the
organization
agreement.
Of doing the program.
It is not part of the agreement.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
No, we have to pay for it.
Yeah.
All
Um,
right, so just for purposes of both clarity and for the minutes.
But anyway, we'd put it like
Yeah,
right
that,
there.
that was a confusing discussion.
You put it right there.
Terry.
On the other
That
side?
sounded more
Yeah.
like a barroom
Sounds like-
conversation than a
Right.
committee meeting. I think for purposes of clarity, I think we need to throw out the concept, eliminate the concept of tying this in any way, shape, or form to Earth Day, because that's essentially tomorrow. And getting the information on costing, getting the information on approval from the town, getting the
So look,
information on where.
Yeah.
on a
It's not gonna-
Saturday,
It's not gonna happen.
on
Yeah.
a Saturday in the spring, we would like to give away compost at the recycling center near the food scraps as an educational event to
That I know.
promote
I just
food
want to
scrap
make sure
recycling.
we're not tying it to Earth Day.
But most towns
Set a
do,
quantity.
you know, Earth
But
But
Day.
no, this is
Yeah, not a
just,
lot.
just for this.
Oh,
specific-
yeah.
Bring your
Until
5-gallon
you
drum.
get
and
it.
we'll
It's not
fill
gonna
it
be
for you,
that
something like
Saturday.
Ed-
Until
Ed
you
had
get
a-
him the cost and until we figure out the site,
Yeah.
it's just, it's not gonna happen by Earth Day.
That's
Well-
what, on a Saturday in the spring.
Right.
That's all we have to say right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
On a Saturday in the spring, when
I
people are
mean-
starting to garden, when
That's
people
Easter
are,
weekend,
whatever it
too.
is,
Yeah.
Right, right.
I'm good.
as soon as we can. So you're gonna look into a
Yes.
price and where we're gonna buy it.
Yes.
Ed had a great suggestion to put in the minutes, which is if you are a person collecting compost, you're limited to an amount, like a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
Like you can't come down with like 3
Right,
trash.
right,
you know.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or truck.
Yeah,
Well-
yeah.
Yeah.
So, which, assuming the cost information, the site location, after all that gets worked out, the other challenge, and I think unfortunately, Ed, this is your challenge, how to manage the distribution and allocation is going to be a personnel issue.
Well, that's why I
Well-
said Saturday, and we should have volunteers there.
Yeah, volunteers will be there.
See how quickly I took care of that, Terry?
Yeah.
Craig was all over that already.
Yeah, like I'm talking, like we get
Fast.
10 yards, it's a small, big truck, and it's a pile, and come down on, Saturday, May, blah, 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 blah. Grab it, we're there selling kits, we're saying, yay, the
I
circle
have
of
a
life.
sneaking suspicion that 10 yards won't do it, but we'll do whatever
Yeah,
you
that's
ask.
not that much.
Well, first come, first serve.
I mean,
Right, you
I'll
still get
get,
the
His
publicity.
truck may
You
only
can still
deliver
take a
20 yards.
picture.
so we need to
Yeah.
take a
Yeah,
photo.
yeah,
And,
so you'll look at
and
it.
is
I
the
mean,
And you'll
concept
talk to Scarsdale
limited?
about what they do, or the other.
I'll talk to Scarsdale, I'll talk to
Right.
Newtown, I'll
So
talk
we'll
to
hear
all the
that
other towns.
full proposal next month for execution soon thereafter.
Is the concept to attempt to limit this only to people who are,
No, I think if you're there and you're in the vicinity of the food scraps, and we're there saying, yeah, we're food scrap recycling, and here's the compost, just take it, right? Any Darien
you.
resident can just take it.
thank you for eliminating a major headache.
Yep,
Yeah.
Show your ID, please.
yeah, I like that.
But I did it last
You don't want to be restrictive.
I mean, just to
Equity.
circle back, this is one of the, when we applied for the grant, this is one of the things that we said
That we
we
would
would,
do.
it would
Oh,
be part of our
so that's, the
program.
other question is, when do we have
May
to?
1st.
Oh,
She was
I
all
know
over
it.
that.
we have to give them an update on May 1st?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Don't worry, I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
I've been going back and writing down dates and taking notes and trying to, I'm not sure exactly what they're looking for, like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe we'll have to call them and ask them what they
Yeah,
expect
no,
exactly.
you can, yeah.
Like, is it a 2-page thing, or is it
Yeah.
like the application?
Yeah, I mean, I think they obviously have sent money out, assuming, putting their faith in the fact that we would do something with it. And so they want to hear, well, what did you end up doing with it?
Yes,
And how much money did you spend?
right,
And is it working?
yes.
Or
And,
how is it
yeah,
working?
what impact has
Yeah,
it had?
yeah.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. To be, or not to be, what's in, what's out. We have the first page of our new
Yeah.
guide to recycling, which is this, around everybody, right? And it's now up on the website, or will be shortly?
It is.
It is.
Okay, and are there a few copies at least at the counter for now? Or
I'll
no?
have to check.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't check that.
I would, once we get the back page, I do want to print an amount to be ready for the sticker season. And Sophie is working on the back page?
Not yet, where you and I are
Oh.
gonna talk about the back first.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
let's
I
do
have a couple
that.
questions, but we can do that.
Because this is all tied into everything being ready by May 1.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Even before that, way before that.
Yep. Anything else on what's in, what's out?
We have to get this list, and again, the question is, do we wanna wait until the whole thing is done?
Yes.
Or do we want to just distribute this to the haulers? Because I think they would appreciate being able to,
I would love to take advantage of the fact that there's a blank page on the back to also put all of that information on the back and be able to send out a,
both of them.
a two-sided
Oh,
one
two-sided.
to all the haulers and ask them to send it to their
Okay,
customers
so,
with their next bill or whatever.
okay,
And you're gonna do that in a PDF file, right?
Yeah.
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 So when I read it the first, this is just a minor thing, at the very bottom, it does say these items are in Darien.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know if there's any way in what you read, again, I was reading this as like a person, as if I'd never seen it before, if somewhere on this, it says, Darien, if it's going out to Darien. Because it's the word,
Oh.
that it's our own town, if there's somewhere that can be.
Well, it'll say it definitely on the other side.
On the other side, okay, so maybe it'll be
Um,
flipped around.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because it was, I understand, but
Yeah.
being, if you hadn't looked at it,
Yeah.
that the things about Darien are different, and it's way down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Someone might not see that, that was my
Yeah.
only comment.
Yeah.
The red helps, I think, just because,
Yep.
you know, Craig did it, and we did it in red, and I think
Yeah.
that, you know, gets your attention.
Let's see what it looks like
Yeah.
with the back done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because the back's gonna have, hold the
Right.
back up again. It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
something like that again,
It's gonna
right?
be
It's gonna have
like
our town
this.
seal and,
But Sophie's
Okay.
going to, she's gonna end up matching the type and
Okay.
the colors and everything. So
Okay.
it looks like it's been done by one place.
got it.
Hey, Ed, since shredded paper is no longer acceptable,
In single stream.
right, do we have, is it at all effective for us to set up a bin for shredded paper? Because I have to believe that there are a lot of people who are shredding a lot of paper. And I also suspect there's a lot of the people who are shredding are probably in the recycling camp. And I don't know if we were to collect shredded paper en masse, does that become something that city carding would pick up as long as it's bundled?
They said no.
City carding said
Mhm.
no.
They wouldn't even take it if it was separated.
They do that in another town that I'm not gonna mention, and it does not get recycled.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's surprising.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the, like, like some places hire those shredding trucks
Yeah.
where they come and for a day you throw all your files out and they shred it into the truck? What, does that stuff get recycled or
I
that's
don't
not even
know.
recycled now?
I don't know.
Huh. That's surprising.
I don't know.
Seems like really good recycled content feedstock.
Yeah. No, I mean, you made a good point to the question that someone
Yeah.
asked. It does cause contamination, but I also read that once, the way home shredders, now I don't know about the professional
Mm.
shredders, the way it cross cuts and so forth, it sort of destroys the fiber, so it's
Mm.
not as easy or as valuable. It doesn't
Oh, when they end up
result in the
with-
same kind of recycling product that, like, you know, a sheet of paper does.
Interesting.
So, yeah, no, I did ask about the shredded paper, and if we set up a set, just like with the plastic film, if we set up a separate collection there and people put it in, it will not be recycled
Hmm.
at this point in time.
With city carding right now.
Right.
Hmm.
So.
Going in the garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the other thing I just wanted to mention is I think I had circulated the, Planet New Canaan is sponsoring a What's In, What's Out event at the New Canaan Library on April 2nd from 10:30 to noon for anyone who's interested. And then another single stream and recycling event on March 23rd at the Wilton High School is a zero waste fair. It's their second annual. It's from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's all kinds of tables set up, all kinds of, sustainable practices and so it's more than just recycling. It's more of a sustainability event.
Be interesting to go to, I can't go on that date, but to,
Yeah, I'm gonna go, so.
if we chose to do an event again in the future, just to see what other people are doing.
Yeah, I'll take pictures and then.
This is being publicized through Sustainable Fairfield County, and every town can offer up an event that will be marketed across Fairfield County. And Darien has yet to do anything that we have asked to market to the broader group.
Right.
And this is the Wilton one. This is the group that meets at Earth Place on Monday nights once a month.
All right, moving on. Dan's not here. Any updates or concerns about the swap shop from your perspective?
No.
Any updates on the schools right now?
No.
Okay. Energy Task Force, are all three on, or are we still waiting for Town Hall to get turned
I
on?
just signed the connection thing yesterday and sent it back to NCON, so
Okay.
they're all up and ready to go.
Oh, so none of them are actually producing energy
I
at this
can't-
moment?
The Green Bank will not allow you to turn them on separately because of the rate,
Yeah.
setting of the rate, now they did it. They wouldn't let them turn on each one individually, so
Okay.
we've been waiting.
But they're all complete,
Complete.
and you've signed the document that needs to be
I
signed
the
on our
document
end.
For Town Hall, so that was the last one.
So we are,
We're waiting for the Green Bank to give us the thumbs up and we're go.
so we're gonna turn them on, okay. I never heard back from Jamie on whether or not she wants to have a PR event around that. I can ask her again.
I heard yes, but.
That would be great.
You can ask her again.
I will. You can't cut a ribbon, right? What would you do to, like, so you have to, like, you don't want to turn on a light bulb, right? Unless it's an LED light bulb. Like, what's the ribbon cutting equivalent? Maybe just cut a ribbon. Big switch, like a big,
You want me to get one of those easy buttons? You can.
yeah, we make a
press?
big cardboard switch, or like, yeah. Do you have something that looks like this?
Plunger? I don't know.
Picture of the key people.
Yeah.
Photoshop them in on the roof of.
No photoshopping. I'm going up. Going up.
Which one are you going up to?
Whichever one you say is safest.
Seriously, you're gonna go up?
1,000%. I need my picture in front of those solar panels.
Okay,
That's
we'll
all
do
I'm
that.
saying.
I mean, we'll, yeah, get that out.
Harness him in.
We'll wait till the snow disappears now.
Up there, it's gone. It's been melted.
Which one's most, isn't the town hall one flattest, but it's higher, right?
Yeah.
Well, you have a bulkhead that goes up there with a ladder.
Yeah.
Where you don't
it's
have to- where you don't have
The
to
ladder
do
climb is the trick.
And then the question is, who's gonna take your picture, or are you gonna do a selfie?
Ed's gonna take it.
I'll take it,
Okay.
because I can't be in it.
He's got to make sure I'm safe.
This is probably the safest and easiest one to get to.
There you
Town
go.
hall.
Yeah, yeah.
I bet Jamie
I
wants a picture
suggest
up
wearing
there.
slacks.
I bet Jamie wants her picture too.
Yeah, I'll lay money on
Have
it.
have you taken photos, say, from a drone so that we could show?
I have not. and
I have
reached out
a
and-
picture from Jerry Nielsen, actually, who sent me a drone shot of the two roofs he has in the office park, and it happened to pick up the police station ones.
Okay,
But it's a
because-
really wide angle.
What,
you know.
yeah, so you want, in terms of you're announcing it or
Yeah.
sending it to the paper,
Yeah.
you want.
Pictures
that
of
drone
our
footage
actual
on-
ones.
I'd like to,
I
I'd
don't
like
know
to
to
put them on the website and put them out there
Absolutely.
anyhow. I just,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
but I've called one or two people that Jim gave me. They haven't reached back to me yet, so
Okay, for a drone shot. I know guys.
So
that
I
drone-
asked my wife if I could buy a drone myself.
That would be.
I figured that's a good way in. I have my own drone.
Sounds good. You could probably use
Be
it for a lot.
surprised how
Always
many
wanted
people
it.
have drones now
Yeah.
around here in the neighborhood.
Okay, let's put it out there. I'm looking for someone to take drone shots of the three
You want me
solar.
to
Put it on the
solicit that
Facebook
on the
page. See
Facebook?
who has.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
See, maybe we get them for nothing and I don't have to pay someone to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Little photo credit, that's what they get.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put their name out there.
Okay, well, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Anything on the police station? Did we ever, did you ever hire, you hired a,
We are working with the company now.
which company did you hire for?
It's SES, Sustainable Energy Systems.
Okay,
We're just trying to hook up a date for NCON to come down and run the test systems with this company throughout the whole building.
okay, great.
As you can imagine, schedules are,
Yeah.
you know,
All right, but we have.
as
we have
accommodating
a-
as you'd wish. so.
We have a qualified consultant that's gonna do a full kind of, recommissioning analysis
Yes.
and decide
where we can,
Some target areas where we can save energy.
I don't think that's gonna be the priority.
Yeah.
The first thing is to get that building
Balanced.
balanced, comfortable, and address some of the HVAC issues with condensation and things like that
But
first.
even addressing the balancing theoretically should save us money because we've got competing,
Yes,
systems
I agree. And
fighting
it
against
may,
each other.
it may even require us to change the system over there to something different
Yeah.
than what's there now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
you know, everything's on the table.
okay.
Okay.
Item 4, sustainable CT. Hi Kathy.
I'm writing something down, sorry.
You know, time is ticking away,
Yes,
so
I-
that's a reality. Maybe after this meeting, you and I can walk down the hall and talk to Linda about times for
Yes,
that meeting?
As I see, just things other than, does anybody have any information, and can we start loading? One, we're still trying to set a meeting with members
Mhm.
of the staff in this building to explain what's happening and possibly enlist help. Number 2, we got at least the go-ahead to contact the superintendent's
Yes.
office, and you and I need
Just-
to.
Yeah, maybe we need to have a work session to talk about
We
getting ready for the
can
staff
talk.
meeting and exactly what we're gonna ask the BOE for.
And we can take a minute today and hone down some times possibly.
Yep.
The third thing is, today I apologize, after I scooted out and was away, I came back and was laid up for the better part of a week with a virus, so I'm just digging out.
You're looking great today.
I'm better,
Congratulations.
but it was,
It's going around.
hubby and wife home for 5 days together was a very unpleasant, publicly.
No, you were both sick at the same time, that's the
Yes.
worst.
So I have invited you, Beth, Terry, you, I didn't put your name because I wasn't sure whether you needed to have an account at Sustainable CT so you could get in and see what's on the website. I feel like I should invite you so that you could, if you need to, you can get in and look and see what's there. But the 4 of you, the committee members, volunteers, received an invite. Beth has already responded. And you must respond and set up an account in order to then, once you set up an account with Sustainable CT, you will be added to the Darien Municipal thing. I just did it today.
Oh,
so-
okay.
Yeah, I
And
just
we'll
started
have-
right before I
I
came.
think I'm going to add you in case we need you to go in and look at something. I
Okay.
think it would just be better that you have access to go in. And then in terms of the action steps, when I ran out, everybody was taking their own notes. So at this point, I don't know if anybody has any updates on their particular pieces. And I have a little bit of an update on the Optimize for Equity if anybody else.
I don't
has
have
any
updates.
I've got a few, but it's in the form of data, not in the form of information.
Okay,
So I've just tagged on my spreadsheet some more things that have already happened or are happening. But it's data at this point, it's not
You're
information.
And
still,
what-
you're still gelling stuff.
gelling.
Related to which categories?
Hold on. Let me open it up. Where's the open button? Folders.
Did I file that already? Looking for,
So Terry, as you are looking for that, if you have data and it is data that are action steps that should go towards points and you accept the invitation from Sustainable CT, you could begin to try and
Yeah, that's.
gel
yeah,
that
yeah.
data.
this is related
and put
to
it
point
into-
1.3.
Correct.
I'm gonna say,
Put-
I'm gonna put it in there and it's
Yeah,
gonna be.
okay,
so
since
that would be
for
the
whatever
step one.
reason, the spreadsheet
Okay,
did not
but that-
open, but virtually everything in there that I have logged so far is 3.1 and 3.2.
And which you were
Okay.
working on, and those, so the ability to go into 3.1 and 3.2 on the municipal page and begin to put in the information
Yeah, I've
they
gone into
require.
their website,
Yeah.
pulled out all their stuff, so I've
Yeah.
got all their,
But you will now have permission to go into the Darien
Okay,
page
good.
and upload, edit or upload information towards those steps, once you accept this.
On 6 point something, what Ken is working on in terms of tracking our energy usage, he did send me a preliminary spreadsheet that he's going to go over with Beth, I think tomorrow or
Okay.
soon. And so
And then I know
He
he's out of town for
catalogs-
2 weeks, so we should try to
Yeah.
catch him before the 20th.
he catalogs electricity, gas, oil, and then total BTU consumption. You know, we're still not down, we're tracking it, which should get us a few points. But we have to do it the way they want us to do it, which is through the Energy Star portfolio manager, we'll have to talk to him about. But we're not down more than 10% from our baseline year on our total BTU use. So we're not gonna be able to get those points. We are down 5.8% from our baseline year. Mike Lynch tells me that like 3 buildings are converting to gas heat like now or this spring, right? So we're gonna have a huge difference in oil consumption, which in terms of the BTUs that they apply to oil and the increased efficiency of gas, that we should see a pretty significant energy reduction on the BOE side, you know, then for the next year.
Because you won't really see that
No, we
this
won't see
summer,
it.
you won't
No.
see it till a year from now.
Exactly, until we start burning oil again, November,
She'll-
December.
Do you think Beth can do all the editing
Your
to this?
furrowed brow.
Yeah, just trying to figure out what school he's in.
I have the email, I could read that next,
Could
but
be high school, middle school, but what's the third one? Holmes?
I think Holmes has to go back, right? Yeah.
But they're already, they tied in before the
I'll
winter.
find that email next. But Ken had a question on the portfolio manager. He said there's a few things that aren't getting loaded automatically on the portfolio manager, which may be an Eversource question as much as it is a DPW question, but he's saying DPW's electricity is not being loaded into the portfolio manager. So I don't know if that's the waste management building, waste management, you know, Ledge Road.
Could be DPW, we did change the service over with a new meter, maybe they
Yeah, so
didn't
maybe
log it
got
in.
hung up or something, and
Yeah.
it's not populating anymore. And then the natural gas, again, for DPW, which also is fairly new.
Yeah,
And then the Heights and the Norotan Fire Station and the Darien Train Station.
so he
So,
was looking for the gas consumption for the 2 fire stations.
yeah,
Well, since they're not connected yet, they're not.
oh, they're not
using
generating gas yet, okay. So,
I liked his email after that, he wanted to know, does that mean they had no heat? I said, they're still using oil.
okay. So I'm gonna send you this email just so you have it. So to the extent that if we can go into portfolio
I think
manager,
I
add
was
another
copied on it.
account.
I think he
you know.
copied me on it.
Oh, okay. And then let me look for, what was the other email I was looking for? Mike Lynch's email. I have that here stored too. 'Cause
so
then-
do you have a meeting set up with the BOE?
Not yet, no. But Jamie made the introduction, saying that, you know, they're happy to hear us and help us. And so it's up to Kathy and I now to kind of reach out and say, here's the program and here's the kind of help we think we might need. So I am looking for Lynch. Let's see what his email is. Hopefully I saved it. Ooh, it doesn't look like I did. Huh. Oh, I asked him the question, he gave me the answer. I don't have it, it was 3.
Okay.
I don't know what it was. It's not Royal, because they didn't turn the corner on McLaren.
Correct.
Is it?
They don't have gas in front of Tokenique. There's, Hinley's already tied in. Oxridge doesn't have gas, so only these homes.
Yeah, it was, yeah, I don't remember. Okay. Well, we'll take the middle school and the high school. But there was a third. Because I thought they went back to oil at Homes for a while because the service wasn't big enough, and then they had to go back to.
They had to split it. They were using gas for the kitchen, oil for the heating.
So maybe that's what he's talking about?
Well, we just finished the conversion before the winter season started. I had them hooked up
Oh, okay,
as soon as the gas was done over there.
okay. Well, maybe that was what he was including then. Because it was a good month ago when probably 5-6 weeks ago when I emailed him, and he was waiting on a part or something.
Maybe the conversion kit, he
Yeah.
didn't finish that
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
it because it
So
was the
maybe it
winter
wasn't
time.
quite up
Yeah.
yet, yep. All right, so Kathy, you and I will hang out for a few minutes, we'll talk to Linda, and then we'll talk about a date we can sit down for a couple hours and really kind of make some headway.
Yes, and the last thing that I have read through and reread through, we optimized for equity, and the first step in that, which I was hoping might come with these staff, but I may not be able to wait, is really you have to define your community in terms of who lives here, and you have to break it down in different ways, age, race, economic profiling, things like that. Some of this data I think we can get.
I have that, I think in like that housing profile that I downloaded has some of
Okay.
the census information.
The census information is part, and then you have to
Yeah.
get into the thinking, how can we connect to these different groups of people?
Yep.
I even have an idea for a very small subset of people that wouldn't show anywhere through something that I was working on last week. So we've got to, in order to do that 9-1, we really have to identify a subset in our community that we can take some
And
action
that's
on.
going to go back to our meeting, who hopefully Ally's going to be at.
If
and
we
then-
can have that quickly, and
Yeah.
if not, then we may have to be creative, and
Yep. Got it.
that's kind of where we're at.
Great.
And that, because if we don't do this, with all the other things, even if we get
Yeah,
enough
we have to
points,
get,
you
we have to do
this.
one of in every hat, and this
Exactly.
one, yeah.
So it's gnawing at me at
Okay.
the moment.
Good, gnawing's good. We need to be,
I've been gnawed at so much in the past week.
paranoid and motivated.
And sick.
It's when you start dreaming about it. You know, when you start-
Who used the guest bedroom?
Oh, one of us didn't even leave the couch.
Yikes.
Who went last night? Did anybody go to the thing last night? You didn't make
You
it?
didn't go.
No, nobody could go, and I
Yeah.
still was, I
Bummed
didn't
out.
go.
Yeah, I did the last one they had.
Mhm.
It was fun. It was good. It was well attended, the one in whenever it was December.
Yeah,
There were like
I
100
wish I
people
could
there.
have gone, but I wasn't able
Yeah.
to.
So they're doing a good thing there at the Rowayton Library, trying to raise awareness, and people seem to be receptive and interested. So marketing, outreach, and education, I mean, really our priorities are going to be what's in, what's out, and then accelerating the food scrap recycling program.
Yes.
Um,
So so as far as the what's in, what's out, we changed it on the website, on the town website. I've been promoting it through social media. Laura has sent a request to her principal to ask if she can disseminate it through the school, at least the elementary school newsletters, and then find out how to do it through the higher schools, the middle school and the high school. And I think that we should, Ed, should we do a press release from your office just stating about, how single stream has changed and
Here's the
refer
new
people to the
information.
website? Or should we just,
I mean, I can, it's not a big deal.
no, I mean, I can draft it.
But I didn't just give it to myself or Darren, and we usually post it through
Yeah.
the papers, their websites, and through Linda.
Okay,
So it kind of, we do the same thing with all our projects. The press releases are all sent out the same way.
okay.
So if it's drafted.
Yeah, I mean, I
send it out.
like the idea of having something official.
That's.
We might,
As opposed
we
to
might,
us just
yeah,
writing an
yeah, versus
article.
following up with a editorial or something.
Right,
But it wouldn't hurt when we, when we know a little bit more about, you've been reading in the news that, there's a lot
Yeah.
of turmoil in the recycling market, and, one thing that you can do to help is, make sure it's not contaminated, and here's the new list, so, whatever.
I thought I
So-
might do that for that, we're doing the monthly article now for
Yeah.
that
Yeah, Neighbors Magazine.
So I did Sustainable CT for the first one.
Yeah.
And the second one, which will be in the April issue, I tied it to the pollinator pathway because the theme of this year's Earth Day is Save Our Species, so I thought that,
Oh, yeah, sure,
was logical. So for the next one, I can do this.
okay. And so we should be saving the proof of how we've publicized these things so that we can add it were appropriate in our sustainable CT points.
And I don't know if you all get that publication at home, because.
I don't.
I don't.
You do not, your sister does not.
No, I think it's at like
Which
Realtor
publication?
offices. It's not a very wide circulation.
I get it
Oh, you
in
do?
my mailbox.
Okay.
It is distributed
So
to
did you
me.
see the first one?
Yes, so that would be,
Oh.
I
Okay.
have, and it's in my car because I didn't put it in my back, my briefcase. So I
Okay.
had the first one in my car to bring to you.
Okay.
Congratulations, it's
Oh,
a
great.
full page
Oh,
color
And the other
spread.
thing that we should do is see if we can, use the copy that we're sending around to get other people interested in publishing.
Yeah, knowing, having seen it, and it's what you wrote, and it's a full page, and I don't know what the ability to reproduce that article is.
Yeah,
Because it's an
whose rights
opportunity
are there?
to use that, so I don't know if you can find out what rights we have to reproduce that. And
Yeah.
again, because it is mailed, but it's only mailed to certain streets in town,
Interesting.
and not to all. So it's reaching some, but it's not reaching the entire town. I don't know how we can,
Well, we could probably
Stereo
ask
next.
them what their distribution, what their distribution and readership is, like how
Yes.
many places, how many houses, how many
And
copies do they print?
can you put it on Facebook? Can we have a
Yeah.
town website place that these are going? I mean, whatever it may
Yeah,
be.
can we
what are
use
the-
it? Can we post it places? We should have permission to do that, yeah.
So I would be interested in know what we could do with that. I'm happy to help you with anything. You have the relationship with these people. I'm sure they'll give you whatever information you need so that that article
That's a good
doesn't
idea.
go to waste.
mhm.
Okay.
The week before, the month before, that you were
Yeah, it was
written
a-
up, and I found that as well, and
Yeah, I got a copy. They gave me a copy of that one.
maybe give you a copy of that one.
I haven't gotten any copies and I wrote it.
Okay,
But you said you have one.
I do.
so,
It-
Okay.
It should be downstairs on the front seat of my car.
But you think-
All right.
Craig, you think it's distributed through realtors' offices?
I don't know. You
Oh,
can ask
okay.
them. I might be making that up a little bit.
Okay, I'll find it.
Must be. I don't get it.
All right, we're at close to 1:30. Is everybody ready to adjourn?
Yeah, but I have a question on number 6.
Yes.
It says discuss availability for
Oh,
special
I'm sorry, that-
227.
That was just wrong.
Did you want to have one in 2 weeks?
I don't. Well,
That was for the last month.
yeah, no, let's,
Cross that out?
yeah, cross that out. That was just
I think
left over from the
Okay.
last
Maybe
agenda.
if we're asking, if we get meetings set up here at Town Hall, depending
Yeah.
on how that is structured.
We'll invite.
Having people attend that, or if it has to be spread out over the day.
I can announce a special meeting in like a week with the town clerk. So if we end up having a staff meeting and we want to make it a public meeting around this table, we can
Okay.
advertise it as a special meeting.
Or just invite our committee members.
Yeah.
To come or to take turns if it has to be
Yeah.
multiple meetings.
I am available in 2 weeks at
Okay.
30 if you.
Okay.
Deciding if I need to put it-
3:27.
Put it on my calendar or
Okay.
not.
That might be when we have to have this
Anyway,
staff meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe that's a good target. And we'll do it like that.
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn?
Yes?
Second? All-
I
Any
second.
further
Kathy.
discussion or objection? All's in favor? All right. Thank you, Channel 79. We're done for the day.
Bye.